Cate Blanchett reveals rare and emotional details about her wedding to Andrew Upton after 27 years of marriage. Cate Blanchett recently opened up about her wedding to Andrew Upton, offering fans a rare and touching glimpse into the intimate and chaotic day that marked the beginning of their nearly three-decade-long marriage. Speaking on the Drew Barrymore Show on Thursday, March 13th, the 55-year-old Oscar-winning actress reflected on the joys and mishaps of her wedding day, calling it a miracle that she and Upton have been together for so long. Blanchett, known for her roles in films like Blue Jasmine, Carol, and Elizabeth, has largely kept her personal life out of the spotlight. However, during her candid conversation with Barrymore, the actress opened up about the early struggles she and Upton faced when they first tied the knot, including the fact that they couldn't afford a professional photographer for their wedding. "When we got married, we had absolutely no money," Blanchett admitted with a laugh. "We couldn't afford to hire a photographer. We had two friends who were photographers and we thought, this will be perfect, they'll capture all the memories for us. But as it turned out, fate had other plans." Blanchett revealed that one of the photographers got so intoxicated at the reception that he forgot to load film into the camera. The other photographer was so caught up in the celebration and having such a good time that he simply forgot to take pictures. "As a result," Blanchett said with a smile, "we have one picture of our wedding, and it's a blurry picture of the two of us getting into the car at the end of the night." Blanchett admitted that, at the time, she was devastated by the lack of photographic evidence from such an important day. "I was so sad and so upset and I wept at the time that we didn't have any pictures," she said. "It felt like we were losing something precious." However, with the passage of time, her perspective on the situation has changed. "In the end, I'm kind of quite pleased that I don't have any pictures," Blanchett reflected. "Because I don't have a bunch of photos to look at, I'm forced to remember the evening with my heart and my mind. It's not just a series of snapshots, it's a feeling, a memory that lives inside me." Blanchett and Upton have now been married for 27 years, an impressive milestone by Hollywood standards, where marriages often face the intense pressures of fame and constant public scrutiny. The actress credited their long-lasting union to mutual respect, deep love, and a shared sense of humor. "It's kind of a miracle," she said. "Being with the same person for this long, it's not easy but it's so rewarding." How Cate Blanchett and Andrew Upton met. Blanchett and Upton's love story began in the theater world, a fitting start for two individuals whose careers have been so deeply rooted in the performing arts. They first crossed paths in the mid-1990s when Blanchett was working on a production of Anton Chekhov's play The Seagull in Sydney, Australia. Upton, a playwright and director, was also working in the Australian theatre scene at the time. While Blanchett has admitted that it wasn't love at first sight, she said that there was an immediate connection. "I actually thought he didn't like me," Blanchett once confessed in an earlier interview. "He was kind of dismissive and I thought, well, okay then." But it didn't take long for their feelings to shift. Blanchett recalled that their relationship took a turn after one particularly memorable evening. "We were at a party and Andrew kissed me," she said. "And then about 3 weeks later, he asked me to marry him." Blanchett said yes, and within just a few months the couple was married. "It was fast," she acknowledged. "But when you know, you know." A life built together. Over the course of their marriage, Blanchett and Upton have built a remarkable life together, balancing their demanding careers with raising a family. They share 4 children, 3 sons, Dashiell, Roman, and Ignatius, and a daughter, Edith, whom they adopted in 2015. Despite Blanchett's glittering Hollywood career, the couple has largely maintained a low profile when it comes to their personal lives. They lived in Sydney for many years before relocating to England in 2015. Blanchett and Upton co-ran the Sydney Theatre Company from 2008 to 2013, a period that Blanchett has described as both creatively fulfilling and personally challenging. "It was wonderful working together," Blanchett said. "But it was also difficult because theater is intense, and working with your spouse adds another layer of intensity. Still, their shared passion for storytelling and the arts strengthened their bond. We've always had a mutual respect for each other's work," Blanchett said. "Andrew understands the demands of this business in a way that few partners would." Blanchett often credits Upton with being a steadying force in her life, especially during the ups and downs of fame. "He's always been my biggest supporter," she said. "He's the first person I want to talk to after a bad day and the first person I want to celebrate with after a good one." 27 years of marriage, the secret to success. When asked about the secret to a long-lasting marriage, Blanchett laughed. "There's no one secret," she said. "But I think respect and humor go a long way." She added that knowing when to give each other space has been key. We've learned when to step back and let the other person breathe, she said. And we've learned that you don't have to agree on everything to have a strong partnership. Blanchett also credited their willingness to grow and change together. We've been through different phases of life, raising kids, moving countries, shifting careers, and we've allowed each other to evolve, she explained. We're not the same people we were when we got married, but we've grown together instead of apart. Looking back with gratitude. Now, nearly 3 decades after that chaotic wedding day, Blanchett looks back on the moment with gratitude rather than regret. We don't have a perfect photo album, she said. But what we do have is a marriage that's lasted through thick and thin. And that's more valuable to me than any set of pictures. She smiled as she concluded, the memories we've made together, the real ones, not the staged ones, are what matter most.